Hey guys, it's Skinface here, and welcome back to episode 80 of my Manchester City Career Mode. Now in today's episode is going to be the final ever episode of the Manchester City Career Mode, at least for this FIFA anyway. It will return next FIFA at some point, not to begin with. I'll be announcing the second of the two teams I'm going to be starting the FIFA 18 Career Mode with in today's video. If you didn't see yesterday's video, basically it was a FIFA 18 video on the demo talking about the first team that I'm going to be doing a Career Mode with next FIFA, and that's obviously going to be Leeds United if you didn't quite see it. So I'm also going to be announcing the second team that I'll be doing a Career Mode with alongside the Leeds one, so at the same time every other day, be alternating between those two. That is going to be announced right now in this episode. So the second team that I'm going to be doing a Career Mode with, like I say, we'll alternate between the two, and then we'll probably change out the teams. Man City will be further down the line for my FIFA 18 Career Modes, but it will return at some point next FIFA. The second team is going to be Barcelona. It's going to be Barcelona and Leeds I'm going to be doing Career Modes with in FIFA 18. To begin with, like I say, it might be that Barcelona only lasts for a season if we win everything for the first season, which I don't think we will, but if we were to do that, then obviously we might well change to another team pretty quickly. And we're basically just going to see how it gets on from there. So I'm looking forward to that, obviously really excited to get that underway in FIFA 18. That'll hopefully be happening about next week, to be honest. I'm expecting to be able to get some videos out on the FIFA 18 Career Modes with Barcelona and Leeds. And yeah, let's pretty much crack on with today's episode. Like I say, it's the last episode of this season, of the series, so hopefully going to get ourselves a victory here in the Champions League final. Before we get into things though, if we could try to get 100 likes on the final ever episode of this Career Mode, I would really appreciate it. Also, if you're new to the channel or if you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to smash that subscribe button as well down below, and that'd be absolutely fantastic. Now let's crack on with today's video. The last game to play, Champions League final against Atletico Madrid. This is the team I'm going to go with. Donnarumma starting in goal, Cancelo, Stones, Tyrone, Alaba in defence, Saul, De Bruyne and Asensio in midfield, with Sterling, Sané and Gabriel Jesus starting as our front three. Just, I think, really good options there, of course. Really good team that we've got out. Silva on the bench, probably a little bit harsh on him. It's obviously better overall than Asensio, but I just feel Asensio in the last few games has performed a little bit better, hence why he's starting. Let's crack on with this game. Can we get ourselves a Champions League final win? Don't think we've won the Champions League yet, so it'll be a huge victory for us if we are able to do that. Now, obviously, this episode is going to be much shorter than the usual episodes. I'm expecting it to maybe be, it could only be even 10 minutes, it might even be within 10 minutes, it really depends. So I might well make this a little bit longer than usual, might well talk a little bit more about the game, and talk the way through the match as opposed to just doing the highlights like I usually do, because we have to fit in 3 or 4 matches sometimes. So it might be that it is going to be an extended episode, just surrounded on this one game. You can see we've made our way into the final after a 3-1 victory over 2 legs against Barcelona. That happened over the last couple of episodes. Obviously very happy to have beaten them. Not our greatest performances, and to be totally honest, we're not in good form going into this final at all. Yes, we're beating Barcelona, but to be honest, they didn't challenge us that much. That's the only reason why we got through, and our performances haven't been that fantastic recently. Let's take a look at the two teams though. You can see the side that I put out. Our bench is looking very strong. Got to obviously remember to bring on that youngster from the Youth Academy in order for him to be able to meet the objective, the Youth Academy objective of having him play in 10 games or appear in 10 matches. He's currently on 9. If he comes on in this game, that'll obviously complete that objective. We'll also take a look at the Atletico Madrid team, hopefully in a second as well. Not really too sure what to expect from their side. I saw one of the news saying, on the news section, saying that Mario Balotelli might be getting his debut in this game. He's not in the starting 11, and he's not on the bench either. Benteke is, though, for Atletico Madrid. This is the way they're lining up, 4-4-2, as I expected. Vieto there, Fabinho, Carrasco, Koke. So some good players, no doubt about it. I still think on paper our team is better. But let's get this final underway. Let's see how he gets on. De Bruyne will captain us here. I was tempted to put Company on the bench, with this being his last game before he retires, or moves on, I should say, at Man City. He's not retiring just yet, but I just thought I've got to focus on winning the game, so I haven't done that. But yeah, anyway, let's see how we get on in this final, hoping that we can play good football to end this series and to obviously end the season, and to be able to get the Champions League winners medal round our necks come the end of the game. But we most importantly need that win. Let's just see whether we can do it. Ball into Raheem Sterling. Good start already. Sterling now going to wait for Gabriel Jesus to make the run through. Oh, Gabriel Jesus with the shot. Looks more like a cross in the end. Not great on his left-hand side. Dragged it way too much. Oh, well played. De Bruyne now onto Gabriel Jesus. Going to wait for Leroy Sané maybe. Bit optimistic. Tried to flick it on, but the keeper saves easily. Oh, what a save from Donnarumma. Great right hand to that one. Good strike, actually, from Atletico Madrid. Their first opportunity of the game so far. Hits it really well. Had to be saved. Beaten away with his right hand and out for a corner. Koke going to try and deliver this one. Can we head it away? And, oh, no, we haven't. Got beaten to it. Should have done better there. Donnarumma, luckily, doesn't have too much to do. Asensio into Sterling. Good run from him. Oh, got to be a foul, surely. Sterling slow to get up, still on the ground. Hopefully not too bad. Hopefully can remain on the pitch for us as well. Still down to 10 men, although saying that, I think Sterling might just come back on the pitch now. Sané looking to try and get forward. Oh, went for the cutback, gets cleared. So far, but a little bit frustrating for us, not had that many shots on goal. Just keep on recycling play, keep on getting ourselves into good positions, but then just not managing to get a shot away. Now through to Gabriel Jesus, got to be a goal for us here. It is, it's 1-0, put ourselves in front, 27 minutes into this game. Gabriel Jesus gets us the goal, and we are in front. Really good start to this match. Controlling possession. Atletico Madrid only having one shot so far, and whereas we bombarded them with a lot of possession on the edge of the box. Not that many shots, but this one slotted home into the side netting and past the goalkeeper. 1-0. Gabriel Jesus slots it home on his left foot, and we've got ourselves in front of this game. Sané now attacking on the left-hand side, starting to open them up even more. Sané's still going to go it alone, but saved by the goalkeeper. The shot was taken a little bit later than I was hoping for, and Sané actually fell to the ground as he took the shot, which I think took a lot of power out of it, and unfortunately wasn't able to do too much with it. Sterling now coming inside, making the run. Good challenge though by, I think, the fullback. He prevents him running through and getting a shot away again. Sterling still struggling, I think, a little bit with an injury. Might make that change at half-time if it is the exact same position at half-time. No, good save by Donnarumma. How's that happened? We looked in control of the ball for 1 second, and the next second they took it away from our feet and had a shot. Luckily, it was right at the keeper. Donnarumma just managed to scramble on it and prevent it from going in the back of the net. Sané will now attack though. Oh, looking towards Gabriel Jesus, but it's chested and cleared very easily by the defender. Yeah, we do look very much in control of this game, but we have had 1 or 2 times where Atletico Madrid has just seemed to have created something out of nothing, and they nearly found themselves a goal to get them on level terms. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Going to try and see ourselves through into half-time now, and we have, I think, overall defended pretty well, but like I say, just maybe switched off once or twice, and it's allowed Atletico Madrid to have a couple of opportunities, but like I say, nothing massively clear-cut, not particularly deserved, and we are still very much in control of the game. Half-time, still won the match 1-0, obviously good to be in front, but we are still looking for a second goal, give us a bit more security, so that we can win that trophy that the cameraman's just walked through, and yeah, we're going to hopefully see whether we can do that in the second half. Actually, shots are quite balanced, a little bit more balanced than I was expecting. It may be just his possession around the edge of the box that we've seen more of then. You can see there by the possession stats, yeah, you can see where most of the possession is. Not a lot of it in our area, most of it in their half of the pitch. So clear really to see what's happening right now. A lot of possession, just needing to try and turn that into more goal scoring opportunities. We might take Raheem Sterling off, reluctant to do it, but I think we're going to have to. Might have to be Bernardo Silva to come on. Obviously different sort of player to have out wide there, but in fact what we'll do is put De Bruyne maybe there, and I think we will maybe have to keep Silva in this position. Not really ideal, although we could just put Silva out there. We'll give it a go. Not really ever played him, I don't think, on the right-hand side. He might do a good job. Asensio, on to Leroy Sané. Sané now coming back inside. Asensio on into Gabriel Jesus. Come on, let's try and create something. Gabriel Jesus nearly fouled. Asensio go with the strike, but it gets blocked by the legs of the defender. Really good bit of play. Kept all the ball fantastically, actually, considering how tight we were playing it. Just couldn't get the shot on goal properly. Just gets blocked there. De Bruyne now going to try and deliver into the box. Do we have any flick-ons? Maybe Tar goes for it and actually connects pretty well, but it's actually going to be another corner for us to take here, as we couldn't direct that one on goal. Tar again in the mix. Oh, this time nearly brought down for a shot, but had to be cleared. And there's a foul in there somewhere. Saul into De Bruyne. Go on, De Bruyne, have a go. Oh, what a hit. It's 2-0. Kevin De Bruyne from Rangers done it. The captain for this game scores the goal from miles out. 30 minutes left of this match. We've doubled our lead. Exactly what we had to do. It's fully deserved as well. Again, very, very similar to the first half where we've dominated in and around their box. Haven't quite managed to get into the box and take too many shots though. So it had to be one from range, and it's happened here. Just taking a short free kick, just literally playing it to De Bruyne. I had to hold off one of their attackers, but look at this for a hit. No stopping that into the top left-hand corner. 2-0. 30 minutes left in a fantastic position now. Still got ourselves a clean sheet as well for now. Let's see what we can make it to the end of the game and hopefully get ourselves the Champions League. That'll be a really good way to end this series, of course, which would mean I think we'd win it for the first time. Pretty sure we got to the final twice. I'm pretty sure we'd lost both the finals twice as well. But it'd be great if we could go one step further this year. Gabriel Jesus. Onto Asensio, chance for him to try and run behind if he can. Savic was trying to nick it back off, and the former Man City player. Asensio looking for a cutback. Gabriel Jesus was there, but just about gets a save to it, the keeper. Oh, I can't believe that. So close. I thought we had the third. Did really, really well there to attack, and just so close to getting the ball in the back of the net. Keeper manages to dive to his right-hand side and prevent it. Corner here for Asensio to deliver into the box. Sané's in there, but punched away pretty easily. Stones maybe going to get there first if he can. He has done. Tar maybe into the back post. Gabriel Jesus was there, but never really going to do anything with it. Yes, well played. Now we can make some changes. 8 minutes to go. Going to make our final 2 changes. One of them is going to be Neves to bring on, of course. Had to try and make sure we get himself the 10th appearance. Not that it really matters with it being our last season with this Manchester City career on, but I thought I'd do it anyway. We're also going to take off Gabriel Jesus, and we're going to bring on Belotti to see out the rest of the match. 8 minutes left of this game. We're going to go and win the Champions League. Fantastic for us to be able to do that. So really excited to be lifting that trophy at the end of this game. Really happy with the performance as well. Done much better. Stepped it up from what we've seen in previous episodes, more recent episodes, really. And yeah, really happy that we've managed to end on a high. Silva still going. Oh, could have been more as well. Silva had a good strike on his weaker side. Keeper saves. And Asensio trying to win back. I think Belotti will be offside if he goes and touches it. But yeah, certainly a much better performance here. Deserved the victory. Could have had maybe a couple more as well. And we might still... Oh, another good save. Keeper's keeping a minute. Couple of minutes to go. 4 minutes added on. Is this going to be it? Just going to have time to do this throwing. We'll hoof the ball up as well. Go for a switch if we can. It's not found the right player, but Bernardo Silva might still go for it. Referee needs to blow his whistle. Come on, ref. Surely that's it now. 4 minutes we're added on. It's there. It's a 2-0 victory. Got ourselves the clean sheet as well. We've won the Champions League for the first time. It's really, really happy with that. And as you can see, Tar celebrating with a 2-0 victory here. De Bruyne and Gabriel Jesus getting the 2 goals. Really, really happy to end the series on a high. After a fairly mediocre season, I suppose you could say. Didn't obviously win the league. Missed out on, you know, I think, was it the FA Cup we missed out on? Always forget, really. But yeah, it's certainly not the best of seasons. But to end on winning the Champions League is obviously great for us. And we'll have Kevin De Bruyne lifting the Champions League trophy as well. I'll remember not to skip any of these celebrations, as I sometimes have done in the past. But yeah, really happy to have done that. So we'll see Kevin De Bruyne lift the trophy. Neves is also going to collect himself a medal as well and stand on the podium, which is good for the youngster. Would have been good to see him grow over the next couple of seasons, but like I say, FIFA 18 is literally right around the corner now, and there will be a couple of different videos coming up on the channel. Let me know your suggestions if you have any videos you want to see in particular as we bridge the gap between FIFA 17 and 18. But as you can see, Kevin De Bruyne is going to lift the trophy here, the captain for today's game, and we are the Champions League winners for this season. Really, really happy to have done it, and finally getting ourselves the Champions League medal around our necks in the final season. The 4th season in, we've managed to achieve what we set out to do, although the main objective, I suppose, was to try and win everything. We have done that at some point over the 4 seasons, but yes, it would have been nice to have won everything in one season. Hasn't happened, but maybe it's something we can try and do with Barcelona in FIFA 18. There we have it, the team all lined up there, the ones that won us the game here, 2-0 victory. Really happy with that win over Atletico Madrid. Of course, it's, you know, not one of the strongest teams that we'll ever come up against, but yeah, certainly we just did enough. We outclassed them really and fully deserved to get ourselves the win. 10 shots, 7 on target, more possession as well, 3 shots, 3 on target for them. Don't think they got any in the second half, so it was real dominance in the second half, even more so than the first. So yeah, really happy with how we got on. That is going to be it for this episode though. What I was originally going to do is some sort of like highlights reel, I suppose, of the 4 seasons that we've been through. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about that. I don't think I'll do it for this video just in case there's not really any interest in seeing it, but let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And you can see our Champions League journey there, which, you know, has obviously gone pretty well for us with a 5-0 victory over, I think, is that Sporting Lisbon. Then we got ourselves in the quarters, got ourselves a 2-1 victory over Villarreal, 3-1 over Barcelona, then kept the clean sheet in the final to get ourselves a 2-0 victory over Atletico Madrid. Really happy with how this has gone. We'll quickly go over our career over the 4 seasons we've been in. I always think that's really interesting to take a look at, so we'll do that as well as take a look at some of the objectives as well before we end here. And yeah, just really happy that we got ourselves the victory. It's obviously a lot of pressure to try and do that in the final game. Player injury, Raheem staying out for 3 weeks. Doesn't really matter to us. We're obviously leaving things pretty much here. And let's take a look at my career as the manager of Manchester City over the last 4 seasons. Let's go right to the beginning and take a look. So you can see the first season we won the league title. We also won the domestic cup as well. Did we reach the final? No, we didn't manage to reach the final of the Champions League. You can see there that we managed to get to the final. In fact, we did get to the final. Did we? That's really, really complicated. I think we got to the final, just didn't win it. So yeah, that's, I think, was our objective. I think that season was to win. Got no Manager of the Month awards. Got the Manager of the Year award though, which is a little bit strange. Record transfer fee paid £42 million, obviously to bring in Bernardo Silva, and received 33.5 for David Silva, who asked to leave in the first season. So got rid of him, brought in obviously Bernardo Silva, who joined in real life. Finished first that season though, 65 games, 48 wins, 10 draws, 7 losses, 115 goals, 26 conceded. Very, very good season, of course, for us there. 65 games, obviously a lot of matches to play in one season. The next season after that, the second year, we managed to win the league title again. Obviously really happy with that. Did the back-to-back league titles, which is obviously very good. Then got ourselves into the Champions League quarterfinals, did we? Yeah, quarterfinals, which is obviously not so good. Won the Community Shield, FA Cup final, EFL Cup final, Premier League winners. No monthly awards again, but again got Manager of the Year, which is a little bit surprising. That season we brought in Sanchez for £70 million. We also sold Bonucci for £42 million. That's when we tried to make it a little bit more realistic, as we thought maybe Sanchez could have joined the team. League position, first as we said, slightly fewer games was it this year? 62 I think. So yeah, slightly fewer matches. Obviously we didn't get that far in the Champions League. Got ourselves 46 wins, 8 draws, 8 losses, so a really good season. Scored more goals, conceded a few more as well. Then the third season, again managed to win the league title, so 3 times back to back, really happy with that. Got ourselves in the final of the Champions League, won the Community Shield again, FA Cup, 4th round replay was how we got to in that. Won the EFL Cup though, and like I said, won the Premier League. No Manager of the Month awards again, really strange, but we got Manager of the Year award, that's 3 years in a row. Neymar came in for £70 million, sold Goretzka for 50, good bit of business really. I wasn't so impressed with his performances, so we got rid of him. 66 games, so a few more than the previous ones, and won ourselves 45 matches, drew 12, lost 9, and scored a little bit fewer and conceded a few more. So not a great season, but then this season we managed to obviously achieve quite a lot. So I say quite a lot, there was obviously some things we didn't manage to do. We won the Community Shield and the Champions League, quarterfinals of the FA Cup, but we won the EFL Cup and got ourselves into 2nd place. So not a bad season really, is it? Let's be honest, competing across virtually all of those different competitions, other than maybe the FA Cup. Again, no Manager of the Month awards, and we didn't win Manager of the Year, or have it done yet. I don't think that's been decided. Record fee paid £60 million to Donnarumma. He returned, and at the same time we sold our other keeper Edison, who asked to leave, for £64.5 million. Finished 2nd, 64 games, 46 wins, 12 draws, 6 losses, and got ourselves 115 goals, 36 conceded. So pretty happy with that season. That concludes the season, the series as well. You can see the overall look of how we've done. 3 league titles, 3 domestic cups, 1 continental cup. Biggest win 6-0 against Celtic, biggest defeat a 4-1 loss to Chelsea, and you can see everything like that. Total earnings £12.3 million. Also played a lot of games as well. A fairly good win percentage, I think, there. I'll quickly have a look. But certainly done a pretty good job, I think, across the 4 seasons. But like I say, that is everything for this career mode now. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for the support as well over the 80 episodes that we've done. Obviously across 4 seasons. It's been a little while since we've done something that's been so successful for such a long time. I mean, up until the last couple of episodes, we pretty much had 1,500, 2,000 viewers for every single episode. We're getting over 100 likes every single time, which is really, really good, and not something that we've ever had on the channel for 80 out of episodes. So thank you all so much for that. I really do appreciate it. If we could try and get 100 likes on the final episode of the series today, then I'd really appreciate it as well. Don't forget to smash the subscribe button as well. Stick around for the FIFA 18 content coming very, very shortly. We'll have the Leeds and Barcelona career mode starting next week. As well as that, of course, there'll be Manchester City career mode coming out after one of those career modes, so that will be back on the channel at some point, just a little bit further on. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.